Seeking justice, they say they didn't get what they paid for and they want to be compensated. We're talking about tens of thousands of college students across the country who say the pandemic disrupted their college experience and some now want a refund. And the outrage isn't just here in the U.S.
Yeah, one UK student staging a protest against the University of Liverpool at her own graduation ceremony and was cheered on by the crowd. Here's the video. Millie White, the student, concealing again the banner there that says, "I want a refund," inside her graduation gown, which she revealed while going on stage. You just saw that. She says she's furious. She and her peers had to pay full tuition fees despite not setting foot on campus until her second year. Plus, she finished her studies with incomplete marks due to a nationwide marking boycott.
All right, so Millie is reportedly one of 120,000 students in the UK suing the universities over COVID and a strike disruption as part of a group action. Millie White is with us now. She had graduated from Liverpool, the one who you see in the video, along with her legal counsel, Ryan Dunlevy, a solicitor for the student group Claim. Welcome to you both. Thanks for coming on. Millie, ultimately, you must have been so frustrated that you wanted to send a message at graduation. What was the response that you received, and why ultimately did you feel like that was the time and place to send that message?
The response has been amazing from my cohort in the video. You might be able to hear them cheering. I've had newspapers reach out to me. I've done a TikTok that's done quite well. And I just felt I'd done the entire complaints procedure. So I'd done what the university wanted me to do. And I still didn't feel I'd got a justified outcome. So I thought, I've got a captive audience. They're here. They're going to have to listen. This is the time to do it.
Ryan, I'll bring you into this. Do you think these students, again, and many agree, rightfully so, that they didn't get their money's worth, essentially. Will there be any compensation for these students? Is there a case here?
Absolutely. I mean, we wouldn't be bringing it on a no-win, no-fee basis if we thought otherwise. We're running Student Group Claim, or a website called studentgroupclaim.co.uk, and we've had actually 140,000 students sign up. The basis of the case is all these students had a contract with their universities, and they were promised certain things that weren't delivered. And there's consumer rights legislation in the UK as well that says contracts must be fair. And we're saying effectively they should be compensated the difference in value between what they paid for and what was delivered, which was significant. They were delivered an online course, subpar tuition, and a lack of access to facilities. And that went on for a whole year for the first year, for say someone like Millie. Then the next year they were facing strikes, and then as well as online tuition, which they hadn't paid for. They paid for in-person tuition. Then the following year they had strikes as well, and now they're not even getting their degrees marked in this country because the markers are on strike. So it's a really, really subpar service, which they could have got for far less from a distance learning course.
Sure.
So we're claiming the difference in value between what they paid and what it was actually worth, which is significant.
Yeah, and of course, we totally understand the concept of the lawsuit. There have been students in the U.S. who have said, why am I paying so much if I can't even get on campus? But you know the response from the university is going to say, at least in that first year, well, there was a worldwide pandemic and there was so much unknown at that time. I want to just read the statement. This is again from the University of Liverpool. They say that we worked hard during the pandemic to ensure that we continue to provide a high quality academic experience while also prioritizing the health and safety of our whole community. The majority of our students graduated as planned. A small number of students graduated with a provisionally classified honors degree based on the available marks. We are providing additional support to these students to help them progress to graduate jobs or further study. Millie, your thoughts on the statement here from the university and the fact that, you know, a lot of places across the country and, of course, across the globe shut down during that time?
Yeah, I think the main part that is often glossed over is the quality of teaching that was provided during COVID. I don't think it's very often voiced that the teaching I was provided at the time were pre-recorded lectures, often from years prior. So my course was quite heavily based in current affairs. And because the videos are recorded years prior, it completely glossed over things that were happening at the moment. It was completely non-participatory. So I sat in my accommodation in front of a computer and pressed play. and I didn't have a chance to ask questions. I didn't have a chance to meet any of my peers. We didn't have any seminars for an entire year. So I think the quality of teaching that was provided, I understand they might have done everything they could have done, but it's not the quality of teaching that you pay for at university level.
Oh, absolutely not. We can completely understand that. And many across the nation watching and have went through the exact same thing that you did and don't understand why they had to pay the same fees but didn't have the same access to what you would have had. We appreciate the time. Millie White, Ryan Dunleavy, we will be paying attention to that case. Thank you both.
Thank
you very much.
We've seen in recent weeks that the crisis at the U.S. southern border doesn't stay.